into the tech that's quietly making a loud impact. Please welcome Mr. Kirtikar Ojha, CMO and Head of Business Development at L&T Cloudfiniti. Let's find out how these AI-led data centers can help and support AI in healthcare. Let's welcome with a round of applause, please.
Namaskar, Bangalore. Namaskar, guys, come on, please. So my name is Kirtikar Ojha. I represent Larsen & Toubro. So what is Larsen & Toubro doing here in the august company of medicos and medical professionals? So the idea will be unfolding in the subsequent slides. My presentation is in two parts. One will cover whatever we are trying to do, and the other is our strategic partner, Hanuman AI, with whom we are trying to create some magic in the country. My predecessors have already spoken about the challenges that we are facing at this point. So how do we roll up the slides? I don't have... And we'll be covering, there are a lot of activities which is happening. Okay. So there are a lot of, recently I was in Delhi, there was a startup Mahakumbh, wherein I found a lot of young people. There were 22-year-old people who were saying that I'm the founder of this AI. We are doing predictive assessment, predictive analysis, predictive and diagnostic in various sectors, including medical. We are talking about drone, we are talking about flood-prone areas, we are talking about how a drone startup is working with the border security force and how they are helping to safeguard the national boundaries. Whole lot of things are in play at this. So we are Larsen & Toubro, and we have been into diverse business. And the challenge that we are facing at this point is the rural coverage. COVID was a case in point, though with individual brilliance and excellence done by our doctors, medical staff, nursing staff, government officials, police, and the citizens of the country, that we got safeguarded. Otherwise, we were expected to, whatever, I don't want to say. Now, what happens if next pandemic comes in? Are we prepared? Or take a step back and think, if AI was in place, were we in a position to manage COVID in a better manner? The answer is, to my mind, is yes. Now, if you see, the healthcare spending is abysmally low still in the country. I know we have 140 crore people, and it is not easy, but the GDP contribution is only 2.1%. It has to go up. It has been increasing in the last years, but it has to go up. So where is the funding coming in? At any point in time, when we are managing this country of this magnitude, you cannot ask everything in your domain. So you have to be very cost conscious also. Like it or not, but we have to deliver medical services to the last man standing, or last woman standing, to the best of our ability and managing our budget. I think with AI coming in and with the technology that we are trying to foster, this thing will be in a better space and better time. Predictive analysis, people are talking about, we are talking about genome mapping, how the genome architecture works. And if done at the early stage, you have the idea as to what disease can come to your kid when he turns 45, 50, 60. What is the chance of him having a diabetes? What is the chance of having him blood pressure or blood-related issues? Is it not exciting? The point here is how we can do technology along with the reach and at a certain value that we give. Is a very important part. From the business side, it should be delivered to the end customer at a certain value. If the value goes up, it is out of reach for most of the rural population that we have, or tier 2 or tier 3 cities. So we are talking today about if, say for example, AI was into logistical planning, the availability of oxygen, the availability of medicines, the availability of injections, that remdesivir injection was selling. I was in COVID, I was admitted, and I had to buy, my family had to buy, I was hospitalized for 75,000 one remdesivir injection, the MRP is $5,000. So that is the unnatural pricing that drives the medical bill high and make the life of a common citizen a difficult one. A predictive analysis for hotspots. could have prevented crowd gathering and would have helped the lockdown which was happening in our country. Huge potential. This AI medical care is going to have a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. That's very morbid when I talk like this. You're talking about medical sciences, you're talking about disease, and I'm talking about billions of dollars. But like it or not, that's the reality of the world. And if you earn that kind of money, that money goes into research, that research develops cutting-edge technology that helps the people ultimately. So my point is, the startup crowd that is here, I would urge to come into the fore, and how L&T or likes of L&T can play a role will be unfolding in subsequent slides. So if you notice, Ayush Bharat, one of the biggest, even Bill Gates was zapped when he saw the Ayushman Bharat, 73.8 crore Ayushman digital card have been created. Unmatched, not even the population of America is 73.8 crore. So this is the enormity of the task that we are doing and executing certain projects. If you see CoWIN platform, our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, he said, I went to US to meet my son, and the restaurant was asking for COVID vaccine certificate. He said, I took out my smartphone and gave the COVID card, and my son took out his wallet. He was struggling with a piece of paper which was folded many times, and he was trying to show his COVID vaccination card. America, India. How the tables did reverse. Why? Because out of the blue, the cloud platform came up, and because of cloud and compute power and the storage facility that you had, you could create that kind of a storage of millions and millions of two vaccines for about 100. So 200 crore records were created in a jiffy. So that is the power of technology, and that helped us to be what we are. CoWIN platform was a classic case. The technology and the AI, not AI so much, but the medical intervention. And together that partnership created wonders for us. With 5G coming in, with high availability of network, the data, the edge, the IoTs, the edge data centers can help reach to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So if you notice, we have been doing the India AI mission, 10,372 crore rupees of GPU tenders floated by the government of India. Because government of India discovered that private enterprises are not coming up and imbibing the GPU platform per se, because it's a costly affair. And not only it's a costly affair, the power needed to power them up and the power needed to cool them up means the high power density per rack. When you have that, you need to have that specialized data center which have a high load-bearing capacity on the floor. Otherwise, the floor will break down, because the kind of density that you create on particular rack becomes extremely high. So, Government of India has floated the RFP India AI mission, wherein what they are doing is they are creating a common GPU platform for the AI innovators, government departments, PSU, whoever has that AI requirement or want to involve or deploy AI workloads can use that GPU platform and need not to buy the hardware all over again. In any case, President Biden, before leaving the office, have put an embargo of GPU servers not leaving American shore, only in limited. So India got, I think, 50,000 GPUs and that's it. So whatever you do in AI space, if the hardware is not available, then you are stuck. And then came DeepSeek. Though DeepSeek claims are still being verified, but people are now talking that you do modeling on GPU and fine-tuning and inferencing on a technology called RDU. RDU is yet to come, but as per Forbes top 50 technology, RDU is coming in a big way. So don't waste your resources. At 1/3 of the cost of GPU, RDU can be your inferencing and fine-tuning platform. So a whole lot of things are happening. Point I'm trying to make is, whenever you are doing your AI cookie cutter setup or a services model, please evaluate and keep in mind the underlying infrastructure which you have to ride upon. Please keep in touch with guys like us to ensure that your deployment becomes effective and at certain value. So if you see AI Center of Excellence, AIMS and IIT Delhi have created, wherein you can go and do some testing. And so these are a lot of initiatives that individuals, enterprises, educational institutes, Government of India, state governments are doing. Apollo Hospital has cut down their documentation. Documentation is a huge challenge, especially for the insurance cases. So insurance, hospital, and the AI form together can have a seamless experience, and you cut down on the time that you take for documentation and storage of physical papers and files that can be digitized. If you have that kind of a storage capacity inside a data center, it can come down your cost and your manual effort. Some use cases, we are talking about deep mind for retinography. So diabetes, India is a diabetes capital. India is turning out to be 60% of TB cases in the world are found in India. Whatever reasons, they are marrying, you are in the same profession. So how can retinography, or how the Vadhwani has done on facilitation for heart diseases, predictive analysis for 4 million people already in place. LLM-powered clinical output. So we are talking about today, LLMs are not so useful. There are companies, startups, let me tell you, which are doing reasoning-based. Some gentleman before me has spoken about the reasoning of, so LLM are passe now. Though LLM are not adopted fully, but still LLMs, people are going beyond LLM now. And there is a company with we are in touch who's talking about a reasoning layer on the LLM. So you are cutting down your manual intervention, say about a year's work comes down to few hour output by LLMs and AI intervention, and then you create a reasoning layer on top of it. Then you see how things will change. So there are a lot of things which is happening. Apollo Hospital, Vadhwani, and other deployments which is happening. What are we doing? So L&T decided to come into data center business. Ukraine-Russia war, Middle East war have shown a dark reality of geopolitics. At some point in time, you have to be self-reliant. The Atmanirbhar Bharat is not a cliche, but it's a reality that we need to face. Your data today, entire data of yours, how do you watch movies, which movie, which clothes, what do you eat, is all in the cloud. And that is 90% residing on AWS and Azure or GCP. Hardly on Indian cloud platform. So the idea was, we were attending a lot of meeting, and one of the gentlemen, I can't name them, Niti Ayog said, guys with folded hands, my request, all the government and private players, you should learn to work together and collaborate. Otherwise, you will not be able to contest against the countries, again, border countries I don't want to name, but there was a concerted attack, cyber attack, which is happening on government installation and PSU on a daily basis. We have signed a strategic tie-up with RailTel. RailTel got malware inside the traffic beating the firewalls. This is also a reality, and the entire cloud came down. And Ministry of Finance had to intervene in that. So while you are talking about your technology, your effort, your output, please keep in mind the underlying hardware, the underlying infra, the underlying security, cyber security, network devices to be also attuned with your ecosystem. So we are now getting into, so we have a data center in Chennai and in Mumbai. We have deployed a CPU cloud and GPU cloud both. We have created a software layer which runs both seamlessly between the CPU and GPU, and you can have a single pane of view, whatever workloads are deployed into different deployments. We are into strategic and stitching partnership because we realize we are not Robin Hoods. We will not be able to do all the things. So while we are doing the IT-enabled hardware and the infra part, we need to have partners like Hanuman AI, who will be coming and presenting their business model and products and services to give customer a cookie cutter and finally wrap around product and services to them. Gibberish. This is what we try to create from AI image. So it is like an issue. There are tier 2, tier 3 cities. How do we reach out to those guys? Can I make my GPU servers available to tier 2, tier 3 cities? Yes. With 5G in place, with IoT devices, with edge data centers, I can do that. I can reach out to tier 2, tier 3 cities, and if you have a service, I can make them available to the remotest part of the country. Because the availability of the right amount of hardware, network, firewalls, switches, and routers and all. Because that you need to house inside a data center, which we are building up. So I'm running short of time, I think. AI robotics, I think it's gaining momentum. Most of the hospitals are adopting robotic surgery. Today is 2.x cost. It will come down because of technology intervention, and this is the earnestness that the industry is showing. How do we make robotic surgery equivalent? So this is what we are. It's a $27 billion enterprise, Larsen & Toubro, not very media visible. You name any complex project of the country, we are doing it, from Atal Setu to Ram Setu to bullet trains and a whole lot of things that L&T is doing. We are doing a whole lot of work in submarine. We'll be launching our own satellite in 2027 for remote sensing. A whole lot of activities are being planned from that side. We are into building up nuclear submarines with Government of India. It's an enterprise. Why? We have got the entire ecosystem with us. We have got hydrocarbon, semiconductor. We'll be entering into semiconductor production also very soon. We are into green energy. We are into power distribution. We are into construction. And we are into technology services through LTI, Mindtree, LTTS, and my cloud and data center division, which I represent. This is the ecosystem that we are creating. We have a tie-up with RailTel for offering telecom services. We have got managed services and NOC services through LTIM and LTTS. We are a cloud provider. We are a MATM paneled cloud provider for CPU and GPU. So we have done the entire integration under one roof for the innovators like you. Beyond basic, I'll skip.
Revolutionizing Indian healthcare, Viji Gen AI, a sister concern of Hanuman AI, and L&T Cloudfiniti together are reshaping the future of healthcare. Imagine just for a moment, if every heartbeat, every blood test, and every genome could tell a story, not just of illness, but of prevention, precision, and honestly limitless possibility. At Viji, we've built the world's very first generative AI platform that's purpose-built for healthcare. It's powered by foundational large language models that have been trained on over 3 trillion tokens. And, well, our platform is capable of analyzing over 1 billion multi-omics and clinical data points for each individual. This isn't just AI, it's, a personalized intelligence engine for every patient. Now, in partnership with L&T Cloudfiniti, we're bringing this vision to life on India's most powerful sovereign GPU and cloud infrastructure platform. With end-to-end data center capabilities, L&T Cloudfiniti delivers state-of-the-art colocation services, cloud services, managed services, GPU as a service model all under one roof. Leveraging the deep domain expertise of LT's group companies, LTI Mindtree for managed services and L&T Technology Services for best-in-class NOC and SOC operations, this partnership offers a unified, unmatched suite of AI and cloud services. Together, Viji and L&T Cloudfiniti are powering the next-gen AI healthcare ecosystem in India.
So this is it from my side. What I'm trying, I hope I have been able to narrate whatever we want to position. We are building up IT infra. We are building up data center. We are building data sovereignty. As I said, data now needs to reside inside the Indian boundaries, and medical data is safe and secure, and it has classified information that needs utmost care. So we are building that hardware and the infra part, not hardware, the infra part. And we are trying to stitch and create a marketplace for different industry verticals. We are working with drone providers for Indian Armed Forces. We are doing a lot of other activities. Medical is one of them, which is one of the most important initiatives. So I would like to invite my strategic partner, Hanuman AI, Kalyan, to come and complete the presentation which I left. Thank you so much, guys.
Awesome.